How is everybody? All right, excellent. For those of you that continue talking, you'll be the first one that comes up and demonstrate. Okay, so it's great to have you all here, and I'm happy that you could all come to our center. I hope you're enjoying the seminar with Dr. Porter. He's asked me to do a little bit as well, so I usually go into corporations and do this a little bit where I teach people to overcome certain aspects of fear. And then I get them to do an exercise, which hopefully some of you will participate in if you want to. You don't have to. I never make anybody, but it's a good exercise. So first of all, what I'd like to be able to do is tell you a little story. I do a lot of traveling, kind of a nomad. They call me the Wandering Ninja, and I guess that's why part of my book's name is called Memoirs of a Wandering Ninja. 2 years ago, I was in India, and I was sitting in Bodhi Tree around the tree that Buddha got enlightened at. And it's exactly the same spot where he was. It's exactly the same tree, although it's 3 generations later from when he was around. And these are 2 leaves that came off the tree, and I picked them up. And the reason why I have them is just as an example, because when I was there was this prolific Buddhist that was there. And he was kind of dressed in robes, and he was a white guy, like me. And he was sitting around the Buddha tree, and everybody said, "Have you met John so-and-so?" I said, "No, I don't think I bumped into him yet." And everybody would point him out and say, "He's that guy over there." And I said, "Oh, okay, well, I'm sure when, I'm here for a week, I'm meditating here for a week, so when the time comes, we'll cross paths." And so all week long, we never crossed paths, but we'd always be sitting not too far from each other, meditating. And he always had large groups around him, and he had an incredible amount of knowledge about Buddhist principles and the way of Buddha and all that stuff. And I thought, wow, that was really good. And then around the Buddha tree, it's so big that there's people that do circles around it for tourists, and then people who do their own rituals around it. And some tourists had come through, somewhere from India, and they were touring, and I don't necessarily think they were Buddhists, but they reached up and they grabbed handfuls of leaves from this tree and ripped them off the tree. And he jumped up, and this guy lost it. He was yelling and screaming and swearing at them, and he was like, "How dare you, you? Who gives you the right to steal the leaves from the Buddhist tree? You can't do that." And I watched this guy rant and rave for like a good 10 minutes. And meanwhile the security had these guys and was ushering them out of the particular temple that we were in. But this guy had a meltdown. He went into a total sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, and he chose to fight. And I thought, it's really ironic, because I really don't think the Buddha would really care at all. I'm sure he just put his back against this tree because, it was comfortable, and he was meditating for a long time. He didn't want to get a sore back. And in the daytime, it gave him some shade. And I understand that there's a lot of symbolism around it because that's where he got enlightened. However, I don't know that it was worth that type of reaction. So for me, it's always been, it's been this quest about not just knowledge, but about being able to be fully engulfed in that knowledge and to be able to be that knowledge. Not just to know it, but to be able to live it. And so I write